last session, what we were doing is, so in the last session, we have seen how we can use a Blaze meter for recording our JMeter script, and the JMX file will be generated. And with the help of same JMX file, uh, we can do the testing in our JMeter. We can import it basically and can do the testing. And then we have seen all the config elements on the JMeter, and then we executed one test, and we were not getting result on that day. On the Carlos machines when we tested, because there was one step, the file which I just asked Carlos and I exported. What was that? Let me export once. File open, and maybe somewhere in the example, performance test plan, HTTP request CSV sample. I'm not sure, maybe this was the file. Let me see. Controller, loop controller. No, this was not the file. Let me open another one. CSV sample, HTTP request sample. Not this one. Okay, let me check once where Carlos has shared with me so that I can open the same file. Yeah, I think this was the file which I was trying to paste. So this is the file. Let me quickly just export. Let me just open it from a JMeter. So what I will do, file, open, and now I am opening the one which document by training JMeter, and this is the one. So here what was happening on that day when we were running, we were getting all this failure result. Remember, this was the last thing which we were doing. Now the mistake which we did was, you remember this HTTP header, and I was explaining when the Carlos was going through this, that we can add something. So Carlos added, we clicked on the add button, this got added, but the value is blank. So we don't want this specific entry. So I should go and delete. The moment I delete, so now see everything was failing. I am just saving this. Okay, it is saying a test is currently running, shut down the test and then expand. So this is if I want to shut down gracefully, it is this button. If I want to shut down abruptly, then this is the button. Let me see how many. Okay, 5 thread group, ramp up period 1, this and all. So this is going on, and you can see this is stopped. So without clearing, let me rerun. Anyway, I have saved, overwrite, and I am now running. So now if you see result, now everything is passing. Got the point? Where was the error last time? And we were trying to figure out what happened and why it is not working for us. So that was the main thing. Okay. So we are having, okay, so we visited to the jamesclear.com, and then we got books, we got habits and events and all those things with the different timer and all. Now today what we are going to cover is three things mainly. Today we will be seeing how we can run JMeter from a command line. Why running JMeter from a command line is important is because the GUI, this GUI which we are using, it consumes memory and it's slower, and we must not do load performance testing with the help of GUI. So as I mentioned earlier, this GUI is mainly important when you want to develop a test plan. And once you develop a test plan and the JMX file is being generated, then this is not needed. So that is one reason. Second reason is if you want to integrate with any external process like CI/CD and all for the load performance testing, your JMX file you can integrate it there and it can run from the command line or the CLI. And then what we'll be seeing how we are going to run JMeter from a command line. Once this is done, then we'll be seeing how we can generate HTML reports. And if the time permits, we can see how we can use a JMeter plugin manager. Okay, so we'll be doing these things. Let me start quickly with how we are going to run JMeter from a command line. So, and then once you are going to run it, we are going to log our result into some file, and we are going to see some options, command line help also for JMeter, and we'll be seeing that if we want to run command line from any other location in our system, how we can do it. Now say suppose if I am opening, I have to go to bin folder. Now I am in the bin folder of JMeter. Then only I can run those JMeter command and all. If I am outside this bin folder, I cannot do because I have not set my path. If the path for JMeter is set, then we can run it from any location. So that we will be doing, and already you might have set the Java path. Likewise, you can set the JMeter bin folder path also. So let us open a terminal. If you are on Mac or Linux, if you are into Windows, then open your what we said as command line. So open your command line and go to the JMeter bin folder. So for me, I am already in the JMeter bin folder. I'm opening new, and if I open new thing, and if I type, say suppose JMeter here, it is saying this command is not found because the path is not set. Now again, if I want to execute anything in this, what I should do, or what all of you should do, is go to your bin folder. I will say cd of bin. Okay, now I am in the JMeter bin folder. So okay, jmeter.sh. Still that command is not found. No worries. So I hope all of you are on your terminal. Now the first thing which you have to do is, let me explain you the command. So jmeter-n. If you are on Windows, it is jmeter or jmeter.bat. You can do. If you are on Linux or Macs, you can say sh jmeter. And this n is for non-GUI mode, which means from a console, and -n space, there is a space, and then -t is the next option which we are going to give. This -t is for your test file. Wherever your test file, if you want to locate your test file, you can do it. And then this -l is where you want to give the location of your result file. And when you are going to execute this particular command in Windows or in Mac, we can see it is going to fetch the file in this location, which is nothing but your JMeter script. And then it is going to write, it is going to execute and going to write everything onto this location, which we are seeing. So let me quickly see if I'm having some specific thing which we have saved. So I can see, okay, this is one thing already we noted. So JMeter, let me rename it as, maybe say suppose as jamesclear.jmex. Okay, so this is my location, and maybe let me create one location at, say suppose output or something. Just ensure that you are not having any space in your path or in your folder name. If you are having space, then you need to give it in the double quote. If there is no space in your directory or in your folder, then without this also you can give. So, and then we are having this test CSV or user CSV. What I am doing is, in my output folder, there is a user CSV. Maybe I will use the same one, this user CSV. If I double click, 1 minute. Let me minimize the other Excels which I was having and reshare. So this was some test data which we did. We don't want this, so I just save. I'm just saving this. So user CSV. Now we are having this JMex file which we want to run, and we are having this output folder where we have to run. Now I'm going to my terminal, and we are going to refer this commands which I'm just pasting over our chat, our Teams chat, so that you can also refer. Okay, so the thing which I'm going to execute here is sh jmeter.sh -n is for non-GUI mode, space -t is for the location which we are going to give, and then you can see after T also there is a space and then the location of that test file name. So I'm just giving space and location of what? My text file name. Where is my text file? Here it is. So let me just drag this one. So I got the location of my text file, and I am closing the double quotes. Fine. And then this L is the location of your result file which you want to give. So I will say space -L and space -L and space. In the double quote, I can go here, I can go to the output, and I can give this file. Just closing double quote. Let me enter. Let's see what is going to happen. Okay, it is saying standalone task, this thread dump message 4445 waiting for possible shutdown or stop test now, heap dump on the port 4445. It's already started standalone, and we have seen, because we have given some uniform timer, because of this random timer it is taking time. In case we don't want, we can um, remove those timer also for a quick execution. Again, let me go back here and see. So what it is saying is, let me zoom in little for you. It is saying starting standalone this, and then shut down this, summary is this. 5 thread is there, and you can see the summary also. That 0.4 per second is the average. This is a minimum time, maximum sample time. If there is any error, that is going to come, and then your test has been executed, end of the file. Now what should I do? I should go to my user.csv. So this is the path which we have given. You can see 92 KB. When we have given this part, it was less. Now let me double click and open, and it is opening here. So you can see this is the details steps which got executed, and jamesclear.com /12345 up to 18, and then again jamesclear.com, the thread group, the count, all the detailed reports you can see it is here. Okay, it executed it, and it is running, and you can see all the detailed report it has shown, and the response is 200 okay, 304 not found. All these things it is giving. True this time. You can see the thread group as 1412, thread group next, thread group bin, not modified, okay, 200 okay. And whatever you are receiving, if you are receiving a image also from a James Clear which we have recorded, so all those images and everything, it is just going through it. And then finally you can see the number of samples which it ran and failing. So all those report and result, you can see it from here. Let us do one more round of testing. I don't want to save. We'll go here, and I am trying to open some other maybe some other files which we might have saved earlier. So jamesclear.jmx was one file which I copied. Then you are having this folder as aggregate report.jmx. So here Sandeep home, Sandeep person, these two are there. Maybe let us take one more example. I will go to website, 1 minute. And maybe just searching for Devdutt Patnaik. devduttpatnaik.com, and maybe the book section, fiction. So I am copying this specific URL, going to JMeter, and before that, just for checking everything is fine, thread group has 5, 2 loop and this thing. Let me quickly run this and see. Okay, so we are having some response assertion, that's why it is failing. Response assertion in home. So okay, because I wanted to check something like this, I'm disabling response assertion at this moment. Disable. Let me clear and rerun. Guys, you are following me? Okay. Now in the thread group, let me add one more sampler as HTTP request sampler. And let me take this out, HTTPS, and dev that books category fiction. So let me take this out, path is this, maybe I will put slash here, MC, and rename it as Devdutt books fiction. Just for testing, I'm just putting it as one. Maybe one more sample we will take. Add new sampler as HTTP request. And now apart from book, let's go to talks. So he is having many talks. So devdutt.com/talks. I can remove this hyphen and let's say HTTPS. Let's remove this colon also and we'll say devdutt talks. Okay, let me save as aggregate report.jmx is fine. Yes. And then let me run it once. Sandeep person. Okay, now devdutt book, devdutt fiction, devdutt talks, everything is passing, and that was what I wanted to just see. Now I am saying it as 5 and saving it as here. Okay. Now let us run it once again. Now this time what I wanted to go and give is I want to change the path. So I will say sh, because I am on Macs, that's why I'm doing sh. On Windows that is not required. JMeter sh, then -n for non-GUI space -t for the location of the file, that is a JMX file. Now let me go here, and this was the file which we wanted to get, correct? So I am just putting this file here, and then -l is for the location of the output, and location of the output is, say, suppose the CSV file I want to give. Now if you don't have any CSV file, but if you want to create anything, that also we can do. Now instead of user1, I am saying maybe report. .csv. So report file is not here, but we are saying to generate. Now let me enter. An error occurred. Report.jmx does not exist. Oh, my bad. What was the command I ran? James clear .jmx. Okay, see here, report.jmx I have given. I should not give it there. Let me just clear it. sh. Are you able to see my screen, or I will just expand for you. JMeter.sh, then -n, -t, space, this is the file which we wanted to use. Let me see this proper. Aggregate report. So now see what it is doing is, because there is a space in this file, so it is saying aggregate, then this, and then the report.jmx. That's why I was getting that. Now in this case, either what I can do, either I have to rename my file or I need to give it in the double quote. So the best thing is, let me rename this file as aggregate report. So maybe aggregate.jmx. That's it. Let me take it again. Now aggregate.jmx is the name. Fine, so all of you are also going to get this, and especially see this things like the forward slash or backward slash on different operating system. The file path will be different, and then finally -l. Sorry, somehow I got disconnected. I hope I'm still audible. Okay, let me expand it a little. Now let me see report.csv. Let us execute and see this time. So it is saying started, you can see it is saying started time alone, active threads are 5, finished 0. Okay, so we'll wait, and it is saying end of the run, and yes, completed. Giving result also for min, max, and error, so we don't have any error. That's why it is like this, and you can see the report got CSV got generated automatically. We have just given the path. So if I double click on report.csv, and you can see this is how it is opening. So all these things are labeled and all. Let me expand for you a little so that you can see. Beautify it little. And let me freeze the pan for you. Now you can see, let me zoom it. Okay. Now after zooming, you can see this is timestamp, and it's pretty big. That's why you are getting like this. But if I click here, you can see this is elapsed. The label. What is the label? Sandeep Home Person, Devdutt Book Fiction, Devdutt Talks, and then 0 thread, 1 thread, first iteration, second iteration, and all those things you can see. The response is okay, okay, moved, permitted, moved permanently 301, and all those things you are getting. And then here also you are seeing the listener name. So all the result, whatever you can see it there, you are getting the URL also in detail. You can see the URL for Sandeep Maheshwari or the book fiction, this and that, everything you can see. You can see the latency, you can see the connect time, idle time. So this is how we can generate the report. Okay. So hope you are also able to execute this and generate the report. Now, if I want to see some other option, again sh jmeter.sh, and maybe I can say hyphen help. So the moment I said hyphen help, you can see there are so many options which JMeter is having, and then it is giving. So you can see it is giving us, if you want to list all the commands, then you can just give the question mark like this, jmeter.batch if you are on Windows, or if you are on Linux, jmeter.sh and then the question mark. Likewise, if you want to uh, do any other operation, like if you want to run from the non-GUI mode, this is the command. This is, we just executed. -n for non-GUI mode, -t is for the location is where you're having your test file, and then L is for the result what you want to give, and then again you can append the log file and all those things also here. So you can see all the options here if you just say help. So I am just trying to execute the first one, what it told us to do sh j meter.sh and then question mark. Okay, maybe just jmeter.sh question mark. Okay, hyphen question mark. So sh jmeter.sh then hyphen question mark. What is that? I'm not doing proper. Can someone try on their machine and see if you are getting this just JMeter space hyphen question mark for all the options? Oh,
Yes,
match.
Saga. Hello.
Who can share the screen if it is working on your system? Okay, let us see in Windows. Can
Yep.
someone share the screen?
Yes, yes.
Yep. So in the bin folder, yeah, if you do just question mark, you are going to see all those options. Yep. Thanks, Mukeshwar, for sharing. So you can see all these options are there. What he has done is just he has given JMeter space hyphen and the question mark. If you do this, you can see what all options are available. Okay, thank you, Mukeshwar. Let me reshare my screen. Now what we are going to do is, so we have seen how we can run the JMeter from a CLI or a command line tool. Now we'll be seeing how we can generate this HTML report from command line. And for generating that report from command line is, we are going to create HTML dashboard report from the command line. And we'll be seeing how just from a standalone CSV file, you can generate the report, that is a dashboard report, and then we are going to go in detail of the dashboard report and we'll be seeing. And also so this is one way from command line, this is second way where we can do from a standalone CSV file. Third way is how we can generate it from GUI. And the command for running that is, so we have seen this command. First is to create a report at the end of the test. So JMeter -n is for non-GUI mode, -t is the specific JMX file, that is your test file. L is the location of your result file. Now once you got the result file, that is the CSV, this -e is um, when you want to generate your HTML report, and then this -o is the location of the report folder. This -e is for HTML dashboard kind of thing. So in our previous command itself, we will try to just execute these two things. So let me go back to the terminal and let me just see. So this is the command which we had given. We got the output, and what we have to do, -e, -o, and location of the report folder. So I will say -e space -o, and I will give the location of the folder. So this is my output, and then maybe I can create one folder here and can say it as maybe say suppose a HTML report is the name of my folder. Now since I created HTML report, it is blank. Let me just give it the path of this, and let me run it. Error. Yep, some error it is saying. Malfunctioned option. Okay, this is oh, I have given this space here. Can you see what is the mistake I have done? Because of this space hyphen, then space O. If you see here, because of this, it is failing. Let me recorrect it. Let me go to that position. Okay, let me remove the space. Okay, space got removed. enter. Error, something it is saying. The output report.csv is not empty. Okay, so it is not empty, and we don't want to override it. That's why it is giving this error. So what I should do now is, again I will go back. We'll create another report. So now I can say report 1.csv. Okay, now let me enter. So it is saying see, it has executed it. It created tree successfully, aggregated report and something. So let us go to the folder and see. As I went to the HTML report folder, and you can see there is index.html. Let me double click on index.html, and you can see a beautiful report is being generated, and you can see all the graph, and here 100% tests are passing. If there is some fail also, you are going to get a fail percentage here. If intentionally we are going to make something fail, that is going to come here. And then you can see AppDex, that is nothing but the application performance index. So I will go through each of them. We don't have any error, or else you are going to get error percentile and all those things. If I click on this, it is going to open the AppDex, and you can see no AppDex application performance index. This is open standard developed by Alliance of the company. It is mainly for the measurement of performance. So this is what you can see, and the statistics is what you can see: the mean, max, median, 90th percentile, 99th percentile, and all. And this is the dashboard which we are seeing. We can go to the charts, the different chart also which you can see. Like for Sandeep Home, you are seeing that, and if there is any deviation, those things also you are going to get it here. Or and if I am going to expand this, so you can see the median, min, max, and active thread over time. You can see how many threads were active. You can see the bytes, latency over time. So all those graphs you will be seeing. A very beautiful graph will be there, and you can see the throughput of this server elapsed time, granularity you can see, and I will show you later where you can configure this granularity. So if you want to change the value and see where how to do it, so you can go back to your bin folder, and in the bin folder you will be seeing some file with the name of report generated properties. So I will right click, open with text edit or something, whatever option you are having, and I will just search for granularity. So let me expand it a little. So you can see now the granularity is here 60,000. 60,000 is equal to 1 minute. And for your testing, if you want, you can change it to 1 second. So here overall it is for 1 minute, but if you go and you can see the response time distribution property, this is 100 millisecond. So likewise you can see where and all it is, and you can change the values here in this file. I'm just closing this one, and likewise you can see code per second, and this is 1 minute, that is a 60. 1000 what we have set. When I can do it for no 100 millisecond and all, that time you can see more graph. Right now you are just seeing 200, 300. So all these graphs you are going to see here, and then you are having something which is known as custom graph or overtime, which specific report.csv it is taking and generating. We were having some errors earlier for the assertion. Now, if I go back and no, there was some assertion also, response assertion. If I go enable it and going to see, suppose save it with the name as this one. Sorry, it's asking me to open. Let me save. Yeah, maybe aggregate dot. Let me rerun once. Okay, I have to enable this, rerun this, and now you can see there are things which are failing because of the response assertion. And if I'm going to run this one right now, I am saving this one. Let us go once again and run the report, and let's see how it's going to be generated. Now this time what I'm going to do is, okay, before going there, let me open Apache, or maybe just a JMeter I will type. The first link for JMeter is this Apache JMeter, and here you can go for a documentation, come to the user manual, and in the user manual also you can see dashboard report. So in the dashboard report you can see this app text, what I was explaining, and everything in detail. Let me zoom it a little for you, and you can see all the statistics, what it is going to show, the error table, the top 5 sampler, how your zoomable chart is going to look, what will be the response time percentile, active thread overtime, and the throughput times, latencies, connect over time, hit per second, response code per second, transactions per second. All those things you will be seeing here. Okay, and how you can configure your dashboard, those things also we can see how you are going to give some filtering configuration also you want to do, and uh, then you will be seeing general settings and all, and where and all you can change the value. See this granularity, this one also I was just explaining to you. So you are having this option where you can set those things. You can export the setting for specific for graph properties, for filtering mechanism. So all these details you can see, and then this was the option which we were, so this is the one option which we are going to run from our notes, like if we want to generate the report by just standalone CSV file, how we can do it. So that also we are going to see, and then how we can generate it from GUI. This is also we are going to see. So this is very handy to you. Just go to the user manual from here anytime when you want. Let me rerun the script once again. Just I wanted to see some different result. Okay, so what we have to do is HTML report is there. I am saying HTML report 1 as the new folder. And what else I have to do? There is a file name also I have to change. I will say CSV2 and let me run it. So I am running this time. It's waiting, executing. Okay, it ran. Now let us see. Go back to JMeter folder. And now you can see in my output, there is a report 2 which got generated. I'm not going to open, it is like your report 1 only. And then you can see earlier it was HTML report, and then in our command what we have given is, we said, if you see here, HTML report was your previous one. Now we said HTML report 1. So it has created this output folder for us. If I double click, and here also there is index.html, and I can open. No, I should open from HTML report 1. Okay, now you can see here 50% pass, 50% fail because of the assertion. And now you can see there is a tolerance threshold, frustration threshold, and all is coming. And you can give it this percentile also. And now you can see the error percentage also for some. And our earlier test when we ran, we have not seen this top 5% of the sampler. Now we can see this sampler also. And if I go to the chart, so this chart are same because granularity is 1 minute. If I am going to convert this granularity to 100 millisecond, so this dots and all what you are seeing is, you can see the graph in place of this dots. And now you can see here uh, response time percentile. For Devdutt talk it is different, for Devdutt talk 1, for Devdutt book fiction it is there, for Sandeep home it is there. So this percentile you can see. Likewise, no, you can see response time overview for all those things. Time versus thread, how much time and how many active threads were there and it has taken. Response time distribution also you can see. So it is generating very beautiful HTML report for a deep dive detail analysis, no. And what it is doing is, it is generating by itself. We have not done anything explicitly for that. Okay, now quickly we'll be seeing one more command. What is this command? JMeter-G. So this -G is, already I am having a test file, and from this test file I just wanted to generate the report. So what is the test file which is being generated here is this report 2.csv is my test file. So let's execute this and see. I will say sh. Okay, we'll turn off cap locks. Sh jmeter.sh, then -g space the location of my already generated file. What is that? That is report2.csv. So I'm just giving this file here, report2.csv, and coming here, closing the braces, and uh, this O is for the location, you remember. So this is the same. So I will say -o space, and then if you want, you can give a new file location also. So I will just paste it here, but I don't want HTML1. I will say HTML2. I'm just closing and seeing. Let's see what happens. So it is executed, it has taken. So this time we have not, we haven't referred this JMX file. In this run, what we did, we just referred the CSV and we are trying to execute. Now you can see HTML2 got generated automatically. See here, HTML2 got generated, and if I go and see the HTML2 index, we can see the same HTML report which got generated. So this is the way how you can do it. And the last thing is how you can generate from GUI. That option also I will show. So you can come here, you can see here options, tools. In the tool you can see generate HTML report. Just click on generate HTML report. It is going to open something like this where you can see result file. So you can browse, and where was your result file? If you remember, it was in document, BY, training, JMeter, output, and then this report2.csv. This is what we wanted to do. And it is saying user property file. So you will be having some property file in your bin folder and the output directory. Output directory is this HTML report 2 is there. I can give, or I will just say as 3. If it is not there, it is going to create. Now I have to give this user property file, which is nothing but a configuration level file in your bin directory. So I will go back and go to bin, and in the bin you can see jmeter.properties, and in this jmeter.properties also you will be having many things which you can know update later point of time. All the JMeter properties, you can see it here, you can zoom it, and then there are different configuration which you can do for generating report and all these things. So I'm just going to give the jmeter.property at this moment. Property files, browse, we'll go to document, by training, Apache JMeter, bin, and in the bin folder this many property file is there. So jmeter.property, but it was asking user property file, so I will go and give this user property file, and let's generate the report. So it is generating the report, and it is saying report got generated. Let me go back and see whether we got HTML report 3 folder or not. In the output you can see HTML report 3 folder got generated, and if I double click this, again I am getting the same result. So there are 3 ways of doing Git. So first way was, which we have seen with your command line. If you want to generate this, these are the commands like hyphen n hyphen t, the location of the file, and hyphen e is for the HTML report, o is for the location of the folder. Second, we have seen if we can give a hyphen g of the CSV file which is already generated. From there also you can see the HTML report. And the third thing is how we have seen in the GUI mode. In the GUI you can just go to option, sorry, the tools, and then generate HTML report. And this, no? Okay, thank you everyone. We'll meet tomorrow. Thanks.